Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Keep Gaming Reviews. I'm your host, Lu Nieves Jr. alongside Me Llamo CG. What's up, brother?
We back in Florida, unfortunately, but we out here.
No
Feel me?
doubt. And as you can see, Johnny's not here. It seems like he's going to be here every other episode. For whatever reason, John is on vacation again. This guy is always out and about. But we are here nonetheless, and we are reviewing Marvel's What If, Episode 5, Marvel Zombies, I think it's called, or Zombie Apocalypse, whatever it is. This was the shortest episode in the series, and people have had mixed reviews on this episode. And before we get into it, Chris, were you excited getting into this episode? Was this the one that you've been wanting to see?
I was excited and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I like that. I like that. You want to know why? Because I was excited for one. A lot of people may not know this, but the Marvel Zombie series started in '05. And it was actually written by Robert Kirkman, the guy who wrote the Walking Dead. So it only makes sense, right? And I think they had like 5 books, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think in 2015 they came out again in Secret Wars. So the zombie thing has been going on in the comics for a while, and people have been talking about wanting to see it on screen. But we got to see it not in live action, but we saw it in the cartoon form, and I really enjoyed this one more than last week's. And
really?
Yeah. Right off the rip, I'm gonna say this had more character. It had more action. I felt the story was a little clunky, but it just having all the characters there. And I love that zombie genre. So I guess it's biased in that sense. But man, I was really like, this is a better episode. Like, I was more drawn into this one than last week. I felt last week it was just so repetitive with everything that was going on.
So you don't agree with IGN's 5 out of 10 rating?
No, I don't. And when I saw that, I actually saw the rating before I saw the episode, and I'm like, damn, this was the one episode that everybody's been talking about, and they let us down. Really, I said, damn, I gotta watch this for myself. And I was surprised. And then I saw a couple of people on Twitter talking about how they were disappointed, and I'm like, damn. Did it get that bad? Like, apparently last week was the best episode ever made, and then it just went down.
A lot of people have said that. Yes, a lot of people have said that.
What did I miss? But this episode, it starts off with Bruce Banner. Like, it pretty much takes place in the Infinity War movie. Well, no, it's Infinity War.
Oh, no, Infinity War. You're right.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
Right,
so Bruce Banner falls from the cosmics, and he's in Doctor Strange's sanctum. But this time, no one's around. It reminded me of the Will Smith movie, I Am Legend. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm digging this. Where are we gonna see the superheroes? And because I know the comic.
Wait, before you continue, did you notice that when he turned into the Hulk in this, he looked like Bruce's Hulk?
Yeah, the gray hair.
Yeah.
So why didn't they fucking do that the last time we saw the Hulk, bro? And I'm mad that they still don't make the people look exactly like them. Like, you can pull it off with some characters, but then other characters, they don't take the time to make them look like what we are accustomed to.
I think everybody in this one was kind of similar, though.
I didn't like Ant-Man.
Spider-Man. Oh, Ant-Man.
Spider-Man, but I knew Spider-Man wasn't gonna look like him because of the whole Sony thing. Right. So that was accepting, which I love Spider-Man. But let's be real. The superhero for this episode was the cape.
Yo,
can we agree on that?
Facts.
So we start off with Infinity War, and then of course Bruce Banner walks out and he sees the Dark Order. Well, 2 members of the Dark Order, and then the zombie Avengers, they come out and start attacking, and
they came through the strange circle.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, okay, and it just took off, and then the bugs saved the day. We had Wasp and Spider-Man. The bugs of the universe came and saved the day.
That was crazy.
I loved it.
Because I've never seen her control Wasp before. Or was she controlling ants in that situation? Because they were all flying.
That's interesting. I never saw that either. Now that I think about it.
It was Wasp. Like, she was controlling the Wasp, and of course the ants came afterwards.
Yeah.
But they were like the big ones to help them get out of there.
Yeah, my son was watching. He's like, ew, Dad. I'm like, I know, it's disgusting, bro. I know. I don't like bugs either, but I love Spider-Man.
And then, of course, the other bug, Spider-Man, came.
Yeah. Oh, I love his introduction, bro. Like, the whole, holding the camera, kind of like what we saw in Homecoming, that whole viral face selfie kind of thing, and then having Hogan, Happy Hogan, be in his video. I thought that was hilarious. And then they pulled people from different movies to be part of them.
You had what? Winter Soldier.
You had Winter Soldier.
Sharon Carter.
Yes, Sharon Carter.
Wasp.
You had I forgot her name. The one from Wakanda. Okoye. I'm sorry. And you had the tech guy from Ant-Man. That he was driving the car.
I forgot his name. I know I
forgot his name. And that was it. That was the crew. Yeah. And I thought it was dope. And then, of course, you had Bruce Banner, but he as you remember in Infinity War, Hulk didn't want to come out.
Right.
So you seen that, like him turning green, it was so cool. I really did enjoy the characters coming together, the chemistry they had for the little bit of time. And then the running joke about going to Jersey, nobody likes Jersey. I loved it. Everyone shits on Jersey. It's the most hilarious thing in the world. But they had to go there because that's where the base was for Shield and everything like that. And of course, they go to get to the train. They have to go to Grand Central Station, and that's where we meet Hawkeye. We meet Falcon as zombies, and everyone's fighting. And then Hogan is using the Iron Man hand, and he's saying "beam, blam, blam, blam." It was so funny. It has so much heart and humor, and I was like, "That's what I missed last week." I know last week was darker, obviously, because Strange was griefing.
Right.
But bringing some light to the universe, the Marvel universe, in spite of the zombies, I thought it was good.
And just the way the story kind of went together, and how they use characters that they normally don't use to kind of tell this story was really dope.
Yeah,
like even the moment between Spider-Man and Hope.
Yeah,
where she's like, "Yo, how do you do it, kid?" And then they finally mentioned Uncle Ben.
Yes. Good thing you brought that up. I almost forgot.
They finally mentioned Uncle Ben, where he goes, I lost my mom, my dad, my Uncle Ben, Tony.
Yeah.
And now Happy. He was like, I'm kind of just used to it. That's just the way I always am. Like, before a zombie apocalypse happened or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the twist.
The M. Night Shyamalan twist.
When they get to the base.
But before they get to the base, who did they see?
What do you mean? Who
zombie Captain America.
Oh, Zombie Cap.
Yes,
and he got ripped in half.
Carter.
He killed Sharon Carter
or whatever.
And then Winter Soldier picked up the shield for the first time, put it on his back and everything.
Yeah, this is where the line ends. That's a line from the movies where they said, "I will stay with you to the end of the line."
That's the one thing I was gonna say. They're doing great with all the callbacks to the stuff that we already know.
Yeah,
they keep doing it. Like even with when they show up and he's like, "Oh, you were here to be taken by the kids of Thanos," and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So
a lot of good callbacks.
The callbacks are great.
Yeah.
And even when the train thing happens and they lost Happy there, right?
Yeah. They lost Happy at the train station. They lost
trying
Carter
to
at the train.
And they lost Carter on the train. They didn't lose anybody else though, right?
No. So then they lose Hope when they make their way to the base.
Yes,
because she becomes a giant.
And she
wasp.
ends up becoming giant instead of.
I thought that was.
We didn't
dope.
know her suit. We didn't know her suit could do that.
Yeah. I thought that was dope. I'm like, how are they gonna get over there? Is she gonna fly them on her back, like make them all small? I was wondering what's gonna happen.
So she basically became big because she had already been infected because she went inside of Sharon Carter when Sharon was a zombie.
Yeah,
and she had a cut. So she was already turning, sacrificed herself to get everybody to the base.
Mm-hmm.
They get to the base. And they notice something weird's happening because the what's it called? Oh my gosh, we forgot to say spoilers ahead, guys.
Well, it's too late now. It's too late. They should know by now. This is episode 5.
What's it called? They get to the base.
They see Vision,
and not even though the gate was broken, like the cage was.
broken. But because of the
the zombies were not coming in, so they're like, "What the hell's going on?"
Stone is stopping.
Right, and they finally find Vision. And of course, they're like, "Oh man, it's so good to see you. You're a robot, so they don't want to eat you. You're not a target. Yada yada yada."
Yeah.
Now this part might be my favorite. Like this detail might be my favorite detail. When the twist happens, because they find out that he healed Ant-Man, because Ant-Man was one of the first people to get infected. Actually, he
Yes.
was the first person
Yeah.
to get infected. He's the
Tell
one that
that
infected
story.
the Avengers, pretty much.
Well, only because Hank Pym went to go save his wife in the quantum realm, and she was infected. They came back and brought the virus. That's from the comic book, really. Not that particular thing, but the idea of another being from a different dimension comes and infects the rest of the universe.
And he was the first one to be infected while Hope got away.
Yes.
And he ended up infecting the Avengers. And basically, when the Avengers got affected, nobody could stop them. So they literally infected everybody on Earth.
Absolutely.
That they could.
Yeah.
So they get here. The Vision ended up turning Ant-Man back to regular, but he only had a head. So he was alive, but he was in a bottle like Futurama. He had
he had his head he had so many bad dad jokes too. It was hilarious.
It was great. It was Ant-Man. It was really who Ant-Man is.
Yeah.
He ended up getting saved by the cape too, which is awesome because the cape kept coming in clutch.
Yo, helped out Spider-Man too, bro.
It helped Spider-Man. It helped Bruce.
Yeah.
It literally helped everybody that it possibly could in this situation.
Love the cape, bro.
What's it called? Oh, so they find out Winter Soldier goes to look for Quinjet or something of transportation to get to Wakanda because they know they have the mechanical advances in Wakanda, and they still have the big shield over Wakanda that they have in the regular thing that we know of. This is when you find out that Vision actually isn't as good as he seems.
Yeah.
Because he's keeping the actual Black Panther. He's chopping up his bits to feed to his girlfriend, zombie Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Yo, she was badass too, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they get out there. Black Panther's like, yo, it's this guy. He's over here feeding Shorty my limbs.
Yeah, he only had one leg, right? He had like half a
leg.
Yeah.
Then a whole fight breaks out. She breaks off. She kills the dude from Ant-Man. Remember she opened the doors and he was there and she like sucked him in and eat him.
Oh yeah. The scientist guy from Ant-Man. Yes. That we forgot his name.
She murdered that man.
Yeah, it was a done deal.
And then she came out. Vision kind of noticed the error of his ways and helped him escape.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is one thing that I thought was interesting. Okay. Remember in the last episode, where Doctor Strange kept trying to change something. Mm-hmm. He kept trying to change the death of his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Right. And how they said that's a thing that's always going to happen. No matter how much time you try, it's going to happen in any timeline, any universe, any of all that. Right. I think that's the same thing that happens with Vision. Like he's meant to die in those 3 days, no matter what. Because in Infinity War, he died. He got the thing ripped out.
Yeah, first when he pulled it out.
Then first Scarlet Witch killed him. Then Thanos reverse time killed him again.
Yeah.
Then in this one, he ended up killing himself.
Yeah,
it was in the same timeline.
Yeah,
and he ripped it out the same way, died out the same way.
Yeah.
And then her reaction was the same thing. She went crazy, but in zombie form. She was going crazy, trying to kill everybody. She killed Okoye. We lost her as well. She's dead.
She was like, Wakanda forever, my king. I thought that was dope.
That was great. It was a great sacrifice.
I love that. Yeah, I love that.
Bruce turned into the Hulk at the end and started fighting Scarlet Witch as well. So the only 3 left are
Spider-Man,
just the bodiless horseman of Ant-Man, Spider-Man, and Black Panther with 1 leg flying. Okay.
Yeah.
And the way they end this episode pissed me off.
Did it really get you mad?
How dare they end it with that?
Well, I'm just saying.
Because I want more. They ended it with them flying away, and then somehow, some way.
Well, the Watcher mentioned it.
Right, but Thanos is now a zombie with the Infinity Gauntlet.
He's just missing the 1 stone
that they have.
Can we get a part 2? Can we get a part 2?
Are we gonna get a part 2?
I don't think so. That's
no way you're gonna end it like that.
Yeah.
On such a cliffhanger, let your nuts hang. And
I was upset.
Do us like that.
I was upset. Yeah.
Oh my god, bro!
I was like, wait, is there like a end credit scene? Because we haven't got any end credits for any of these cartoons,
bro. I saw 4 minutes left, and I'm like, oh, they put one. They did it.
Yeah.
And then it said, no, watch the next episode of Loki. I'm like, I watched it already.
Yeah. I was like, oh wait, this is gonna happen. We're gonna get our first end credit scene, and then boom, we went to the Loki shit. I'm like, yeah, we're not getting another episode. This is one and done.
Now, one thing I did notice,
I loved it though. I love the cliffhanger, but I wanted
in
more.
the last two episodes before this, everybody was noticing that the Watcher was more involved. He wasn't really that involved in this one.
No, he just watched them on the train.
Kind of let it happen, right? He just watched them,
just looking at them. You about to die.
Doctor Strange, when he really got involved with, the one before, he was like really visible to us. This one, he wasn't really like visible at all. He was just there watching, telling the story pretty much.
So
which is crazy.
It's crazy because we saw a trailer where we saw Black Panther fighting alongside Doctor Strange, and we also saw in the trailers too that Guardians of the Galaxy are taking the place of the Avengers in the fight for New York. So I wonder where they're gonna go with the rest of the series. I think we got 4 episodes left, and I love these what ifs, but now you're grabbing my attention way too much, and you're not giving me conclusions.
Yeah, right. Yo, here's what if they're fighting?
There's another one with Ultron.
No, but like, what if they're fighting Ego and Star-Lord in that episode instead of Loki?
But the same thing is, we see Star-Lord there with the whole Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but that's T'Challa's.
I don't think so.
Star-Lord, is it not?
No, I don't think so, because you see everybody there. You see Groot, you see Drax, you see Gamora, and you see him when he presses on the neck, and then it closes.
Interesting.
It's pretty sick. I mean,
we got 4 episodes left, though, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And some people are saying that maybe one of these what if episodes are gonna be included in the Multiverse of Madness. And now I'm more hyped for that. I need to see a trailer for that, and we're not gonna get one until probably February.
Well, I just saw a picture of Elizabeth Olsen saying she wrapped up on set of the new Doctor Strange movie. So I'm pretty sure that means they're close to wrapping it up.
Oh man, we got to get a trailer. They're probably gonna give us
a major part, right? She's playing.
Yeah, they said she's the main villain, and I find that crazy to believe.
It makes sense.
I was really hoping for Nightmare. That was my main thing. I was just hoping.
You got to think about it though, right? It makes sense for her to be a villain.
But what makes her the villain though? Is it because she's trying to look for her kids, and then Doctor Strange is like, "No, you ain't going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes."
At the end of her show, she literally just finished taking hostage an entire fucking town in New Jersey, which you love. You know, that's a villain. That's a villain thing to do. True. She took all those people hostage. They don't like her. If you remember watching the last episode, they hated her. They all were like, "Yo, what's wrong with you? Why would you do that to us? Like, we didn't want to be here for this." And she kind of lost her mind, right? So not only did she not take responsibility for that, she flew away. She left. Okay, so she still has to pay for her actions, and then now she's tapping into a book that is forbidden because it touches on dark magic, and she's trying to find her kids. So I'm pretty sure Doctor Strange is not going to take light to that when he finds out. So it makes sense that she's a villain in the movie. I don't know if she would be the main villain. Obviously, people saying that's the case. But I think there will be a part where she is, like, they fight. They have to fight.
But she's so strong, though. Like, does Doctor Strange? No, but not like her. And now that she's getting these dark powers.
Right. But think about it. She's still a baby at that, right? She's still learning it. Doctor Strange has learned a lot already. So as of right now, that fight is going to be great because he can do stuff that she has no idea what to do with it. You know what I mean?
I can't wait. Yeah. That's gonna
think about it when he fought Thanos in Infinity War. That fight was crazy.
Sick. I love that.
Things around. He could do stuff like that to her too. She doesn't know how to deal with that. She just, even in her last fight where she bossed up and got the beautiful new costume.
Oh, I loved it.
They were just throwing fireballs at each other.
Yeah. No, I didn't like the last episode.
Spells. She wasn't going crazy.
It was a lot of
Doctor
Dragon Ball Z
stuff.
Still,
right. She could now, granted, if she learns how to cast spells, obviously she has the potential to be way stronger and smoke Doctor Strange's boots.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I feel like he's more especially with the
He
magic
has more
stuff.
experience.
He has more
Yeah,
experience.
yeah, you're right.
Like he fought Dormammu and learned mad stuff for like 1,000 deaths. So
Yo, speaking of that, right? I was replaying some of these movies in my mind because now, and we're gonna talk about this sometime this week about Shang-Chi, right? And
yeah.
how, how we rank it in the origin stories. But I'm thinking about that fight in Doctor Strange, and I was bored in that movie. Like if I
Oh,
have
the
to,
final fight. The final
yeah,
fight.
yeah. When I was thinking about like, how do we rank this? What we'll do it come soon, but it's just
I
I,
already got my top 3 for origin movies, by the way.
But
I
I was
already
just
have it.
thinking, like, damn, Doctor Strange, he needs to come with a banger, and I think this Multiverse of Madness is gonna be it
I
because
think
we may get Loki there too.
right, but Doctor Strange's origin story was actually really good. Obviously, the end wasn't as strong as people wanted it to be,
Should have
but
been
like
better, way better.
I think it could have been. But for origin story, it was a solid movie. It was solid. It put him on the map. You know.
I think I might have snoozed at some point in the theater.
Wow, you're disrespectful. How dare you?
But let's rank this episode 1 through 10. Chris, what do you give it?
I'm gonna go ahead and give this an 8 out of 10.
Wow. Okay, I was leaning 7.5 only
Give it an 8.
because I only because it was too clunky of a story. There was just too many things moving parts. If you're not really like fully invested, you can get lost in the whole sauce, like I do all the time. But I was really intrigued by the story. I just thought that they could have did better with the story and explaining it better. And I was happy to see it, considering that I love the comics of the Marvel Zombies. I've been dying to see this on screen, and I love seeing Spider-Man. I know that's biased because I'm a Spider-Man fan, but I thought they did a great job with him. I thought the team that they put together was really good. I wish I would have saw more of a fight with Thor. Well, Thor was not there. More with Hulk and Scarlet Witch. Even I would have saw a fight with maybe if what's his name? The love interest of Scarlet Witch. What's his name?
Vision.
Vision. Yeah, we would have saw more of a fight with him. Maybe it'd have been more interesting. But again, this was the shortest episode out of the 5. So I guess they were just trying to hurry up and get to the point because there was so many moving parts, so many heroes.
Yeah.
So and I did get upset with the ending because it just left you wanting more. But I think 7.5 because I still don't think it's better than the T'Challa and Guardians of the Galaxy thing, and I still don't think it's better than if the Marvel Avengers died.
Okay, I got you.
So that's what
You love that episode. That's your favorite episode right there.
And it's between that and the T'Challa one because I love that whole story arc of Thanos being a good guy. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
I love
It's
it.
great.
So that's gonna be for us. That's gonna be it for us today. Chris, is there anything you want to say before we continue?
Nah, you already know the vibes. We out here.
So we have a lot of stuff coming up. By the time you're watching this, we're gonna be getting the PlayStation event. We gotta watch that. We're getting the Matrix 4 trailer. We're gonna be doing a reaction to that. So stay tuned. It's gonna be the whole Keep Gaming cast. Myself, Mayamo CG, Paulful, and Johnny Boom Bots. We're gonna be doing a react to that. And we still have to do our review for Shang-Chi. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And then we have the podcast this Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Keep Gaming Podcast. And that's it for us, guys. I want to thank you all for being here. Until next time, keep gaming. Peace.
Peace.